Alright, now let's go. So, Super Metroid's it's a pretty fun game. You know, it came out in '94, and it's I don't know how much introduction it really needs. It's a pretty popular game. A lot of people know about it. The basic Super Metroid starts on Ceres Station. You gotta go through all this, and in every category does this. And of course, the fastest way to get Ridley to fly away here is to take damage. So I'll just sit here and take 15 hits at a time. 15 damage hits at a time. Ceres Station is pretty notorious in the Super Metroid speedrunning community. Super Metroid as a whole doesn't have a whole lot of RNG, but this station has a lot in these last 3 rooms. Actually got pretty good RNG there. That tile spawned at a good spot to get a good D-boost. And then I messed it up, of course. And one of the bad things about this is when you mess up series like that, at the very end, like when you see me miss that jump input, there's actually a lot of added lag near the end, so it's really hard to hit your jump inputs in the end there, like I missed that one. So there you go. It's not really that big of a deal. Only a couple seconds lost here. Of course, land on Zebes. Like most Super Metroid runs are pretty much the same up until Super Missiles. And I'm going to be getting some extra added safeties that I would not normally get in this run, just for the marathon. It won't be too much added stuff. Super Metroid actually has some pretty interesting beginning of the game. Those rooms in the first 5 minutes have some of, in my opinion, some of the hardest rooms to execute cleanly in the entire game. And I'll talk about them when I come up to them, but reverse pits, and climb and parlor, 3 rooms all in a row that are really difficult to optimize. So, after this elevator ride, the next room will be, in my opinion, the 3 hardest rooms in a row, probably in the entire game. The good news is they're beginning, so you play them a lot, so hopefully it'll go well. Not bad. We'll get bombs here to fight Bomb Teresa. Believe it or not, it is not possible to skip this guy if you're playing on the NTSC version of the game. SUR8 tasks. I'm gonna want to shoot this guy 5 times with my beam shots, and then finish him off with the missiles, because if I shoot more than 5 or less than 5, it leaves him with more or less than 100 health, and if he goes under 100 health, his head blows up, and that's a pretty costly animation. It costs like probably a little more than 2 seconds. I'm gonna bonk the door on purpose here to set up this room to get a drop from the first beamer. And I arm pump twice to continue on. I'm gonna be farming these guys here because gonna be going up to power bombs early, which will include some damage boosts, and I'll have less energy than I would normally, so I'd like to save some energy here so I can use it later. Give me 1 second.
Foosda, I think we lost your mic.
Hey, sorry about that, guys. Had an interruption. My cousin stayed over. Anyway, where was I? Accidentally got. Yo! I made a mistake. All right, that's fine. I did not get power bombs. Sorry, I was a little distracted because I was talking to my cousin. That's fine. That only cost me like an extra minute or 2. But I did get an extra safety. I got charge beam there. You would not normally get that because there's no need to get it. It's just like, a little bit extra time, but in case I miss crate quick kill, which I really don't think I will, it just makes it a little bit easier to clean it up if I mess it up. Took took my time there. Want to knock on wood, didn't want to mess it up after I said I wouldn't, right? Oh, I want that. I guess I don't need it. That's fine. Not that big of a deal. I'm getting these energy tanks just to make it a little safer. In the route that I would do, I actually would also get that energy tank in the route I did in my PB. In my PB, I would get that energy tank and I would skip high jump boots, but that makes the lava dive much more perilous. I'd say my success rate with lava dive without high jump boots is something like, let's be realistic, probably like a third. It's a pretty difficult trick. It's make or break. If you miss it, it's run over. So I'm gonna get high jump instead of just not getting it, make it a little safer for me. And there's really no way that I'm gonna miss it with this many E-tanks and with high jump. So I'll get high jump. And actually, because I didn't get power bombs, I'm not really sure what the fastest power bomb pack to get here is. I just go, you know what, it probably is actually faster to go back up Red Tower than it is to go to Crocomire. I'm not sure. It's probably about equivalent, honestly. Let's see, 2 elevator rides. I'm just gonna go up the elevator. I have a feeling this... I have a feeling it's about equivalent, honestly, to get Crocomire power bombs or these ones if you've missed them. Or at least close enough that it's not that big a deal. This only cost me, I don't know, I guess a minute and a half, something like that. Yeah, that seems about right. That's probably about what Crocomire would cost me too. But I need to get power bombs. The reason I need to get power bombs is I'm going to Lower Norfair right now because I need to go to... I need to open the power bomb door to go to Lower Norfair. So I've got power bombs, not a big deal. Oh man, nice damage boost into the Samus Speeder. That was good. Alright, so let's see how much time this cost me. Looks like only about a minute and a half. That's reasonable. So now we're gonna head through the normally heated rooms, and we'll go down to Lone Warfare. The main thing to consider here is I'm going to be doing a glitch with a green gate by opening it from the side you're not supposed to open it on. Ordinarily, I would just skip farming and just go with the 2 supers that I have here. But because this is a marathon run, we're going to be going into the farm room here on the right coming up in a second. And that'll luckily also give me a chance to refill my health. Because although this is way more, like, honestly with high jump boots, all you need is 1 energy tank and I have 3. So this is pretty safe. That's good. We'll just be safe. There's no real way I can screw up this much health. Wait, okay. This is the lava dive. With as much health as I have, I'm just going to take my time and play it safe. Funny thing is, this actually wasn't discovered for a pretty long time, the fact that you can retain your jumping momentum. Like, the fact that lava and water are 2 different things. Like, in water, obviously I can't jump that high, and I can't move that quickly. Sorry, not lava. Oh, I guess lava too. Yeah, it's lava. But in lava, you have completely different physics than water, and you're able to jump off of things underwater under wall jumps and jump pretty high. And that lava dive wasn't really considered for a pretty long time. I forgot how late it was that it was discovered, but pretty cool. And this is the trick that I might reset on. I did save, right? Yes. Okay. I literally zoned out while I saved. So I need to push a super through the gate. Yep. It's pretty finicky. And it's even more finicky in the fact that going for PB attempts here, you'd only have 2 supers, so it's literally just you have 2 shots of this and you're done. You gotta reset. It's pretty brutal, especially after a really, really difficult lava dive, because I had high jump here, normally I would not have high jump. So, yeah. But basically how the green gate glitch works is you want to, like, for whatever reason, it only works, at least this method green gate glitch only works on gates that face left. And you just aim up, and you get closest to the gate but not touching it. And you just shoot a super up. You just shoot a super like a little bit after you jump, and you push left. And hopefully it works. That sucks. I was actually getting this, I'd say, half of the time, 50% of the time when I practiced this before the run. But you know how it goes. Alright, so there we go. That's what it's supposed to look like. I'm actually usually pretty okay at that trick, but, you know, marathon. I heard we were a little bit of a head schedule, so we just gotta I'm gonna take it safe here. Normally you can just run in and do this, but there's literally no possible way to crash the game here. So what happens is it gives you all these items, but it equips Spazer and Plasma at the same time, which is a glitched beam, and it can crash the game if you're not careful. So if you just enter in morph ball form while you're holding all four, because you're holding all four face buttons, one of which includes shoot, right? So if you shoot when you enter the room while you're holding all four face buttons, you'll crash the game if you're not careful. So, I just enter a morph ball. This is no possibility of me crashing the game whatsoever. It's a little bit slower, it's safer. Marathon safe strats. And this is the one item that the GT code doesn't give you, Screw Attack. So it's pretty convenient because Screw Attack is just right there anyway, so you just have all the items. So now that we have all the items, there's literally nothing that we can make pit stops for, so we're just going to be making beelines for bosses. The first one obviously being Ridley. We're going to head to Ridley, we're going to kill him, then we're going to head to Dragon, and it's actually going to be an interesting category for me, because Phantoon will actually be last, and there aren't many categories where Phantoon is last, mainly because of how useful Gravity Suit is. So you can see how, like, this isn't really a glitch, per se, it's literally just a developer code left in the game. It's a remnant from when they were testing the game. So it's not really like a glitch category, per se. It's kind of hard to call it that. But it definitely doesn't fit in with the normal progression speed of the game. Oh, by the way, I know you can't see it, but I do actually have Grapple and X-Ray. They just aren't highlighted in the HUD. If I were to save and reset, they would pop up. It has to do with how the game assigns collection versus, like... Ooh, nice double Kago. That's good. A hard trick. But they don't show up because of how the game assigns collecting versus equipping. Oh, dang. Missed the spring ball strat. That's fine. So now just we have Ice Wave, Plasma, and a Charge Shot here. It'll do 900 damage. Just 20 of these will kill Ridley. Oops. Nice. He'll turn red 11, 12, 13. Oops. What are you doing, Ridley? So now we have all these items. I don't need to wait for drops. Ordinarily I'd wait for drops here, but it's faster just to wait by the door here and exit as soon as possible. There's actually some pretty fun tricks you'll see coming up in a bit, relating to Plasma and such. Oh my gosh, missed the first tap. I think one of my favorite things about this category is just that you have, like, you can do all of these tricks in 100%, right? Because you have all the items. So a lot of the fun tricks you have here in Lower Norfair you have 100%. But this category has the extra added bonus of not having to pick up all those fanfares. And I'm not really a big fan of fanfares, I'm not really a big fan of cutscenes. So this category is just a lot of action. Just a lot of going from place to place and just playing the game. A bunch of cool items, you can do a bunch of cool tricks. And it's also a pretty cool showcase of Spring Ball, because it's a short category that has Spring Ball. I think one of the biggest downfalls of Spring Ball in Super Metroid is that It's so far away. It's so far out of the way to collect in any speedrun, so you don't see it in many speedruns. Like, it's easily the most out of the way item. And it has a lot of cool strats, so hopefully I'll get some of them. So now that we killed Ridley and exited Lord Warfare, we're going to head straight to Botwoon and Dragon. We have some pretty interesting interactions here, because normally Plasma is hidden behind a Dragon door, which means it doesn't open until after Dragon dies. And developers were aware of this, and that's pretty much why they put Plasma behind Dragon, is because they knew it has there's some interesting interactions that you can do with Plasma and Dragon and Botwoon. And it's pretty fun. It's really, really cathartic, because normally Dragon is a pretty vicious ender of runs in almost any other category, because it's pretty difficult to deal with when Dragon swoops at you sometimes. So it's nice to just finish Dragon off very quickly in this category without having to worry about any RNG whatsoever. So like I said, even though it doesn't show that I have grapple and X-ray, I actually do. And I selected them right now. You'll see me do what I was talking about. That basically... Okay, so how this basically works is... enemies' invulnerability, their iframes run out during activations of X-ray, and Plasma can multi-hit enemies. So if you turn X-ray on and off during a time in which an enemy is being hit by Plasma, they'll get multi-hit by it because their iframes run out. Their iframes run out. So that's a pretty cool trick you can do to very, very easily one-round Botwoon, and you'll see me use it to greater effect on these upcoming bosses here, Dragon and Phantoon. Okay, that trick is impossible to do with Spring Ball, actually. So I'm gonna sit here, actually, because here's what cool thing about Dragon. I'll explain it after I do it. So, because of the grapple kill, and how because grapple kill exists, the developers had to make a way to move Samus's animation when Dragon dies when you're grappling her. So they do a force stand animation on Samus when Dragon dies at any point. So what I did there is I crouched while I was shooting Plasma at Dragon, and the instant I knew Dragon was dead. You can always look at Dragon's eyes or whatever, but it's a very clear indication when Samus stands up, Dragon's dead. So you just do that and it's simple. So we have one boss left to kill. Oh, hello. I didn't get a... Wow, how do I actually do this? Huh. That was weird. Yo, got that trick. Oh, baby. This feels good, space jumping across this room. Dang, dude. Breaking spin. Alright. See if I get this trick. This is a pretty... No. That's a really difficult trick. That's fine, though. So let me explain Phantoon before I get to him. Phantoon has some interesting mechanics. By interesting, I mean kind of annoying, honestly, as far as speedrunning goes. How it basically works is, if Phantoon takes a certain amount of damage in a certain amount of time in each round, he disappears and goes to the next round. So what I want to do here, and if he takes too much damage suddenly, he disappears. So what you want to do here is you want to shoot one missile at Phantoon to get him into his like ready to go phase, and then you can do the exact same thing you did with Dragon and Balmoon. Ooh. Hello. So, Phantoon, everyone's favorite boss in Super Metroid. His patterns are fast, medium, or slow. I'm gonna get it slow here, which loses me about 12 seconds from... Oh, buddy! I apparently deselected X-ray. Alright. What?! The missile went right through him. Oh man, even in this category, Phantoon managed to be a jerk! Okay. Alright, we're gonna have a 3-round Phantoon and GT Classic, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, hold on to your seats. Alright, I'm glad I got to show off that trick again, instead of just killing him normally in 2 rounds like I would. It's fine. And so now that Phantoon is dead, normally you'd see runs go up Wreck Ship Tower to obviously collect gravity. But since I already have gravity, I can just leave Wreck Ship immediately and head straight to Golden Ford. Ooh, wow, I wasn't sure if I was gonna get that off. Oh no, I had hit the door. Alright, that's fine. Alright, now we're in waiting room. Ugh, not bad. So there's an interesting thing here. I'm gonna want to go for stand-up, but one of the interesting characteristics about GT code is it doesn't give you a full 7th energy tank. All it does is give you a strict limit of 700 energy, which is actually the exact bare minimum you need to do stand-up. 700 energy, exactly. So all of the ways to do Metroid skip involve taking damage, as long as you have screw attack equipped. So if I get Metroid skip, and I have full health after Metroids, I'm going to be doing a Shine Spark Zeb skip, and I'll have to use my reserves that I got from GT Code to fill up all the way to 700 energy to do stand-up at the very end here. It's a pretty interesting characteristic of this run, is that you, like, it's the only run you'll see this in this game that you do not have, you only have one energy of an entire extra energy tank. Right, so energy tank's normally 100, you start off with 99 base. Oops. But just 700. It's a weird random number that the developers wanted to give themselves, I don't know. So I do have full energy here. There's a way to go through that room without taking damage. There you go. Like I said, it doesn't really matter because I'm going to take damage doing Shine Spark Zeb skip anyway, so I'll need to use my reserves to refill. Alright. That was a pretty safe Metroid skip. I didn't want to rock the boat or anything. Just played it safe and got it. Oops. Oh man, I've actually barely got that. I barely jumped in time. That would have been funny. Oh, let's do Anaconda. That was a weird sound glitch. So just like really 20 shots and he's dead. And there you go, 700 energy. That's what I need for stand-up. So what happens here, for whatever reason, if you have 700 exact energy, you can actually move and stand up. You can, if you have over 700 energy, Mother Brain rainbows you. You can stand up during the cutscene, and you can damage her. Her health isn't set until she turns gray, so right about now. You can start damaging her for the next phase in Mother Brain 3. A good stand-up involves a lot of things. Number one, of course, it involves... please don't. Please don't. Okay, holy... That was pretty close. I actually almost soft locked there. It involves hitting all the shots correctly. It also involves moving some manipulating the Metroid correctly, other things, whatever. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little scared that I almost soft locked there. That's fine. The stand-up wasn't very good, but it's fine. Nice doing stand-up with this few E-tanks. Alright, we're coming up in the escape now. I will not be saving the animals because this is a speed run, despite what the time may tell you. And I hope you guys enjoyed this little interlude here. Super Metroid. Oh, buddy. Okay. I managed to miss all the platforms on the way down. That's good. Dude, I sprint. Alright. It's fine. And... see ya, animals. There you go. Look at that, man. Almost tied the 80% world record. Pretty good run. So yeah, that's GT Classic. It has some pretty interesting nuances to it that you don't see in any other Super Metroid runs. I actually really like the category. It's definitely a lot of fun, and it's really, I'd say it's a very beginner-friendly category for anyone who wants to learn anything other than 80% of Super Metroid, or if you have spent some time at 80%, you want to just check it out. It's pretty fun. Not too many difficult tricks. Really just lava dive, and lava dive isn't very difficult if you have 3 E-tanks. And then green gate glitch. That's about it. Everything else is pretty free because it gives you a bunch of energy tanks and a bunch of ammo, so you'll never really run out of ammo. Stuff like that. I guess obviously the main complaint of this run was the green gate glitch. That thing can be annoying, but it's honestly not that bad. You can get it if you practice it for a while. You can get it relatively consistent. Just haven't done it in a while. Yeah.
Thanks so much, Foosda, for stepping in and stepping up.
No sweat.
Super Metroid GT Classic run. I appreciated seeing the X-ray kills. Took some doing to get it on Phantoon.
Yeah. Phantoon can always mess up something.
Yes. Yeah. It was still very entertaining, nonetheless. So thank you very much, sir.
For sure. Happy to do it.
You've got you're doing other things in SNES Superstars, but it's the one other thing.
Yeah. I'll be doing an 80% race, specifically the older route people are more familiar with, going to Kraid first and then Phantoon, Dragon, and Ridley. We decided to do that race, that route specifically, just for a little bit of throwback fun. People may or may not be sick of the new route, but we just thought it'd be fun to showcase the race, and we're both relatively evenly skilled, so it should be a good race. I actually forget what time that is tomorrow, or not tomorrow. 2 days. Oh, I guess technically tomorrow, considering the time.
7 p.m. on Sunday.
Yeah.
And I have a suspicion that you guys just didn't want to do Phantoon first in a marathon run. That's what I think. I don't know, just a feeling.
I mean, if you take a look at the any percent tournament results from last year, just the sheer number of forfeits of people who did the any percent new route, myself included, it is not an easy run to do in a marathon setting, and to have a close race. Those two things, like you can
Right.
play safe, but it's hard to have a good run, play it safe, and have it be a good race. So all three things are. It just lends itself better to a race to do the older route for sure.
Or we could have a. I've seen some races that like they both end up as like train wrecks, but like they're equal train wrecks, so it's still like a really exciting race.
Yeah, like one person messes up something huge, and the other person like gets it but messes up the other thing. Like, yeah, it can definitely swing back and forth because there's a lot of places in that route where things can swing heavily. But yeah,
We'd rather not rely on such things. We'll have a good solid, a good clean race. Oh, did I miss it? I missed the Deer Force.
Air Force. I always forget. I always forget every single time. I never pay attention.
Well, the chat will never miss it. Chat
Never
will
ever.
never forget. So thank you guys for that, and thanks again to Foosda for that Super Metroid GT Classic run.
For sure. Thanks for having me, guys. Enjoy the rest of the marathon.